Somebody mentioned Alexander Ovechkin earlier.
Yeah.
I do have a story with him. Like he's talking about food put in the bowl. You see everything: chicken wings, pierogies, ice cream, cereal. But he put in $15,000 worth of caviar in the bowl. So that's his crazy thing.
Wow.
What does? So $15,000 of caviar
Just piled
fills
it up in there. Yes.
Okay. Was it above the rim, or did they
They put in a bit of
even
ice
it
on
out?
the bottom, but then when they did put it in, it kind of came above the rim for sure. And there's some great photos of it. And everybody dug in, had their little spoons, and dug in. So it was pretty cool.
Now, where in the world would Ovechkin get caviar that amount? How in the world would he be able to acquire such a thing? Wow. So I guess you're wondering, it's how expensive would it be to fill up the Stanley Cup bowl with caviar? We now have our answer.
There you go.
That's
like
$15,000.
like a pound and a half of caviar, by the way.
Wow. So you've seen all different types of food stuff in there. Soup?
Yes.
Have we seen soup in there?
Soup.
What cereal have you seen in there? Come on now. What
Fruit
cereal?
Loops, Captain Crunch, you name it, it's been in there. Cinnamon
Toast Crunch.
or something. Yeah, Toast Crunch. Yeah,
It's the best milk.
we've seen I've seen the youngest baby in the bowl too. That's a record that we kind of keep track of.
What's the
and,
youngest baby you've seen?
20 minutes old.
20
Yes, unbelievable as it is. 20 minutes.
Whose was this?
Is that
Whose baby was this?
It was a couple that had a baby in St. Louis back in 2019.
Okay.
And there was actually a couple that was supposed to try for the record ahead of time. But she had a cesarean, and while she was being prepped after the baby was born, some other woman had the baby naturally, and she was ready to go right away. So she kind of jumped in and took over the record right then and there.
No way.
Yeah. The previous record to that was there was 6 hours, and then it got down to 97 minutes, and then 20 minutes now is the standing record.
So what is this record? People are going. What do you mean they're going for it? So is the cup in a hospital?
We did.
This groups of pregnant women going to give birth, and it's like it's a race to the finish.
It was a planned event to go there. Yeah, and that's how it happened.
So it's just. Hold on a second.
It's like who has the New Year's baby
I'm just
first?
again. My brain is just firing off on all cylinders right now. So there's a bunch of pregnant women in St. Louis.
Okay.
By the way, right?
Two,
Is that what it is? Oh, okay, there's 2 pregnant women in St. Louis, and they both know what the goal is to have a healthy child, A, and B, have it fast enough to set the record for the youngest human ever placed in the bowl of the Stanley Cup. Is that what you're saying?
Well, originally,
do the doctors know they're on the hook too here?
I think there was a little bit of that going on, but originally it was just one woman.
Okay.
And the idea was once she had the baby, then they would put the baby in the bowl.
Yes.
So it would have broke the record no matter what time it was, as long as it within an hour and a half.
Yes.
Well, when the second woman all of a sudden had a baby and she was ready to go right away, that changed the whole storyline right there. So we got the baby in the bowl. They prepped the baby, got her all cleaned
her
up.
idea.
And
Swaddled the child and placed it in the cup. How did the second mom know the cup was available for this sort of thing?
it was planned, I think, with them. That's the way the story, from what I hear, was supposed to happen. So they knew it was happening. They still ended up having their baby put in the bowl afterwards. But
Runner-up, though.
yeah.
And that
No one
baby's
remembers the
name
runner-up.
was Wayne Gretzky. Turned out to be the greatest player ever. Get out of here. No, I'm just kidding. But that's a wild story.
It is,
What
yes.
is the, I can see there's an X'd out name on the trophy.
Yes.
What's that story?
In 1983-84 Edmonton Oilers, Peter Pocklington, who was the owner at the time,
Yes, sir.
he wanted to honor his father, put his father's name on the cup, but he had no affiliation with the team in any way. So when the NHL found that out, they made him exit out because he didn't deserve to be there. So now he's probably more famous for the X out than he is just to have the name.
So why not just re-engrave? I guess you're not going to re-engrave the entire band, right?
Probably not. I'm not sure how many teams are already on there, but that's a lot of work, to go back and redo everything.
So it's much easier to just X out his dad's name.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does this investigative process work? I mean, like he just tried to sneak it past the goalie, to use the phrase, try to go on the cup keeper's 5 hole. Is that what you're saying with his
I
dad's
think
name?
he tried to sneak it past the NHL, but there are rules, and you have to earn it to be on there, and that's only fair to the guys that have earned it in the past. So if your name's on there and you're not supposed to be, then that's the only way they could take it off.
Is that the only name that's X'd out on the cup?
There is another name that just got X'd out recently. involved a team from 2010, Chicago Blackhawks. So we don't usually talk about that.
Okay, understand.
much, but,
well, as much as the same one
Yeah,
that says
there was
that.
some inappropriate behavior going on.
Understood.
And,
I got it.
so-
And so there's 7 more spaces here.
yes.
And somebody in just a couple of months.
Yes.
How fast does the engraving take place?
It takes about a week. Last year they did it fairly quickly before the summer tour started, but typically it's not done until the end of the summer. That way the players can start getting their day with the cup a lot quicker. But I think it's fun that they have it on when they have their day. That way they can see their name, they can share it with their family and friends, and it's already on there. So it all depends on the timing and how the team wants to do it. I guess it's up to them if they want to be able to, start their tour right away or just kind of wait and finish it before the season starts again.
Well, I'm going to miss having Lord Stanley's cup here. This has been an honor. It's been awesome.
So cool.
I thank you. I thank the NHL. I thank for everybody for offering us up. And as soon as I heard it, I'm like, are you kidding? Absolutely. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.